was Dynasty.
All right. Well, the big race is, of course, just finished off there. I'm very pleased to still have with me in studio for Racing's horse presenter. That is Mr. Llyall Cooper joining me live here in studio once again. So, Llyall, just as you earlier predicted, number 5 takes this race. Let's talk about him.
This is a fantastic result. What a
for Craig
lovely
Zeki,
race.
right?
Craig Zeki, the jockey. Let's chat about him first. He's always been a very talented jockey. He went over to New Zealand. He was there for a long time, year or two. He missed South Africa so much. He's come back to South Africa, and he is currently in contention for the South African Jockey Championship. Brilliant for him. Dean Kannemeyer, long-time top trainer. He's the trainer. And Kaya Stables, who do so much for racing. Can we see those pictures?
Yeah, we actually, you can talk to these visuals as to what we're seeing here, Llyall.
In the middle there, the yellow stripes, the yellow and black stripes with the yellow cap, in the middle of the picture, that is Craig Zeki coming through on the brilliant win by the Real Prince. Number 11, in that pink cap there, this is a 3-year-old, this is a baby.
That you spoke about earlier.
And he's carrying big weight. What a run back in second. I think this is a champion for the future, and he's got the current champion jockey Richard Free aboard, and the current champion trainer Justin Snaith.
Let's go to number 6, who came in third.
Oh yes, and Mr. Johnson and Jan Rupert, I must mention, they're the owners of that horse.
Okay.
Of the second horse. Selukwe, what a run by Selukwe. Serena Moodley and Andre Nel, he was one of my roughies for the race. He was under the radar, but he's been so consistent and he deserves it. And then please let me talk about the fourth one, because
please do.
Number 17, Royal Victory, one of my favourite horses. I completely brassed him, didn't give him a chance. He was drawn 17. He's a bit of an old man, and he comes and wins big races. This guy wins the Summer Cup. This guy wins the Champions Challenge. Now he's just run a brilliant fourth in the July. Muzieni, our champion globe-setting jockey as well.
Yes.
The most likeable man you'll ever meet.
He always features in the top 10.
Absolutely. And the victors who own this horse, Nathan Kotson, what a brilliant result for Royal Victory. He's just shown, cometh a moment, cometh a man. From that draw of 17. But the hero of this moment is the Real Prince, and I didn't like it, to be honest. A lot of people say, Llyall, Real Prince is going to win, Real Prince is going to win. I said, yeah, sure, good luck.
Yeah.
He's top class, and he's proved he stays the 2000. This is a long race. He's never been this far. And he's just beaten the best horse in the country in that last 50 meters. Very exciting. Very
exciting indeed. Llyall, talk to us about what's different in the dimensions of this horse racing tournament, particularly this year for the 3A's races.
Well, I think what's so good about this year, we've got some of the old champions, the current champions, and the new champions. So Oriental Charm went to the front, my selection. He just got tired at the end. He went a little bit, not too fast. He just got a bit tired. He carried the top weight. The youngster, 8 on 18, you could argue that he is the best horse in the country. Maybe now you can argue the Real Prince is the best horse in the country. And the Real Prince is a 4-year-old. 8 and 18 is a 3-year-old, and it's very different. Oriental Charm is a 4-year-old. Selukwe, who came third, is a 5-year-old, and the horse that came fourth is a 5-year-old. So we got in order 4, 3, 5, 5. So it shows how horses can compete against each other, weight-wise. And to be honest, for the 3-year-olds, number 11, 8 and 18, to carry 57 kilograms. He's the only 3-year-old that was in the top 4 there, as you noticed.
Yes.
That shows he probably is the best horse in the country. He's smaller than the others, and he carried quite a lot of weight. And that's him on that picture there.
And he's got quite a lot of speed, as
if you want to see what a race,
proven.
If that's what you want a racehorse to look like, by the way, look at the power of the animal. Look at those veins and the muscles.
The muscles.
There's muscles on muscles. He's long. You can see how long he is. So when he runs, he covers a lot of ground.
All right.
Do you know the champions know they're champions? When they walk, for instance, in their training in the morning, he doesn't like anyone walking in front of him. No, thanks.
Really?
I'll walk in front.
Also, there's a hierarchy in racing as well.
Particularly with the colts. Oh, my goodness gracious. But that was a fantastic July. I didn't expect the 5 to win. He's just proved a lot of people right.
All right, Llyall. All right. I want to take us back, of course, to the Hollywoodbets Stadium, where the winner, Craig Zeki, is currently being interviewed. Let's listen in.
Green with MV didn't have the best of performance after the Daily News. He got injured, and it felt like I was carrying the world on his shoulders, and the pressure just got to both of us, and he went wrong after the race, unfortunately, and I just haven't let it down for a year. So I carried it with me in a cool tone coming here today, and that pressure is well off now.
And the horse itself, what a soldier. I mean, he looked like he was going to absolutely romp going through the 400, and just 8 on 18, that tenacity at the end came biting back. We don't have too much time, but you couldn't do it without the horse.
I couldn't, Ali. You know, if you had one run in between, I think he wins a bit more comfortable. There's just no races that suited him. We couldn't afford the penalty, but I knew he was the best horse in the race, and I just knew if he stays, it's hard to beat.
Presentation up next, well done.
Thank you, Alistair, and just my beautiful wife and kids out there. Thank you.
Top class. Well done, Craig Zaki winning Jockey, first time ever. Dean Kannemeyer for the 4th time ever is the winner.
Well, Lyle, you should be there at the races actually interviewing the winners. I mean, what was your biggest takeaway from this year's races? And also, I mean, maybe just as an interesting aspect of this, I mean, I think you spoke earlier on about, you know, the race potentially being open to international races as well. Is that allowed in the sport, like your comrades, for example?
Absolutely. You know, our horses that do well here do go overseas. And we've got a couple of very good horses overseas.
Do we have international races here competing in the race in the Durban July? Is that allowed?
Well, there was a horse that was in race 5. A horse has come here from the UK, ran in race number 5 and finished last. No disrespect to the horse, he probably wasn't ready. Our horses really are good. Please, can I tell you a quick story?
Please
Just cut me off if I talk too much. A horse called eThekwini. I believe she cost 50,000 rand. She was a Zimbabwean champion. Not great. They don't compete with South Africa. She came to South Africa and she did okay in her first race. She then proceeded to actually, she was this small, she was so small. She proceeded to improve. She eventually won the Durban July from the draw of 18. She went over and won the richest race in the world.
Wow.
A little baby filly named eThekwini. She's one of the horses, one of them, that made South Africa extremely famous on the platform. She cost 50,000 rand.
Oh, wow.
You can't buy a horse for that money, a proper horse now.
So it was a great investment.
Well, I mean, I think the big race there is $10 million. I mean, it's serious money. So well done to her owners and everyone else.
Absolutely. Llyall, it's been a great pleasure having you with us in studio here for this discussion. That is, of course, for Racing's horse presenter, Mr. Llyall Cooper. And, of course, he was engaging with us about the final top 4 of the results taking place there at the 129th, I suppose, Durban July.